You just poured a bottle of injector cleaner into your gas tank. Felt good about it. Thought you were taking care of your car. That bottle? There's a 68% chance it's just kerosene with a fancy label. And not only did it do nothing, it might have just started destroying your fuel pump seals. $500 million a year. That's what drivers spend on this stuff. Most of it is a scam. I'm Auto Truth Lab. Today, I'm showing you 6 cleaners you need to throw away immediately. The 3 that actually work, and a $20 test that proves whether your injectors are clean or not. No guessing, just proof. Let's go. PEA Science. Why most cleaners fail. Before we name names, you need to know one thing. PEA, polysobutylene amine. This is the only detergent that survives 400 degrees inside a combustion chamber and still breaks down carbon. See, carbon deposits don't form in your gas tank. They form at the injector tips, intake valves, and combustion chamber, where it's insanely hot. Most cleaners can't survive that heat. They evaporate before they do anything useful. It's like trying to wash a greasy pan with just hot water. No soap. Pan gets wet, looks cleaner for a second, but the grease is still stuck. That's exactly what happens when you pour kerosene or cheap solvent into your tank. It wets the carbon. Maybe it makes your engine sound slightly smoother for a few miles, but nothing actually gets cleaned. No PEA, not a cleaner, just a solvent wearing a costume. Remember that. Everything I show you next comes back to this. Bad number 6. Kerosene fillers or STP. These are the ones sitting on every shelf at every gas station. STP? Store brands. The cheap ones you grab without thinking. First clue something's wrong. Open the cap and smell it. Smells like a charcoal grill? Like lamp oil? That's because it basically is. 95% of what's in that bottle is base oil. Kerosene. A splash of dye to make it look fancy. That's it. No. PEA. No detergent. Nothing that can actually break down carbon at 400 degrees. So why do people swear they work? Because they give your engine a tiny bit of lubrication for a few miles. The engine sounds smoother. You feel like you did something. But here's what actually happened. Injector spray patterns? Unchanged. Carbon deposits? Still stuck. Fuel economy? The same. You just paid $10 for a bottle of lamp oil and convinced yourself it worked. Think about it. You're paying 1,000% markup on something you could buy at a hardware store for $2. It's not maintenance. It's marketing. And trust me, the next one on this list is even worse, because this one actually has a good reputation. Bad number 5. Seafoam. Now this one's going to make some of you angry, because seafoam has a legendary reputation. People swear by it. And honestly, for old cars, it works great. Carburetors, lawnmowers, vintage engines from the 70s and 80s, seafoam does its job. There. But modern fuel-injected engines, completely different story. Today's injectors operate at 50 to 100 psi. Spray holes so tiny they're measured in microns. Carbon doesn't just sit on the surface here, it bakes in, layers deep. Seafoam is mostly pale oil and nappa. That makes it a solvent, not a detergent. It can wet carbon deposits, carry away loose varnish, maybe clean up injectors that weren't really that dirty in the first place. But heavily clogged injectors, baked on carbon at 400 degrees, seafoam can't touch it. Remember what we talked about. No PEA means no real cleaning in extreme heat. Think of it like using window cleaner on your engine block. Sure, it shines a little, removes surface dust, but it was never built for what's happening inside a modern engine. Seafoam isn't a bad product. It's just the wrong tool for the job. And the next one? People actually think this one cleans injectors. It doesn't even come close. Bad number 4, Marvel Mystery Oil. MMO, Marvel Mystery Oil. Everyone's seen it. Everyone's heard someone say, just throw some MMO in there, it'll clean everything up. Wrong. MMO is a lubricant. That's it. Its job is keeping rubber seals soft, protecting fuel pump components, and reducing wear in the upper engine. At that, it's actually great. Been doing it for decades. But cleaning injectors, not even close. MMO does not dissolve carbon, doesn't break down baked-on deposits at injector tips or intake valves, not even a little. Using MMO to clean your injectors is like putting lotion on dirty hands. Feels nice, smells good, looks smooth for a second. But the dirt's still there, carbon's still stuck, injectors are still partially blocked. Here's the dangerous part. People use MMO and think their injectors are clean now. They're not. Fuel economy's still suffering. Misfires keep happening. Rough idle continues. But nobody questions it because MMO has such a good reputation. It's a lubricant wearing a cleaner's badge. Bad. Number 3. Katakan. This one shows up everywhere when people are desperate to pass emissions. And yeah, it can clear those pesky check engine codes. Temporarily. That's why mechanics sometimes hand it out as a last-minute fix before an inspection. But here's what's actually happening inside your engine when you use it. Katakan runs on aggressive solvents. Acetone, xylene, heavy stuff, and instead of gently dissolving carbon like a proper cleaner does, it shocks it loose. Think about that for a second. Shocks it loose. So instead of breaking carbon into tiny microscopic particles that flow out harmlessly, Katakan is knocking off big, brittle chunks, like chipping ice off a windshield with a hammer. Those chunks don't disappear, they travel downstream, straight past your oxygen sensors, straight into your catalytic converter. And a catalytic converter? $1,500 minimum to replace. Sometimes you get lucky. Carbon flakes flush out clean, no damage done. Sometimes you don't. And now you've turned a dirty injector problem into a $1,500 converter problem. It's not maintenance, it's a gamble. Fine for a one-time emergency before an emissions test maybe. But use it regularly and you're rolling dice with expensive parts every single time. And this next one? Even worse, because it's not even the right type of fuel. Great product, wrong job entirely. Now here's where it gets serious. Because the next one on this list isn't just useless. It's actively destroying your fuel system from the inside, and most people have no idea. Real quick. If shop owners and cheap additive companies are already mad about this video, that means we're on to something. Hit subscribe. Auto Truth Lab, we post every week. Alright, back to it. Because this next one, it's the most dangerous of all 4. Bad number 2, Abro. 200 words. Abro, big brand in a lot of countries. People trust it. They see it everywhere and assume it must work. It doesn't. Not in a gasoline engine. Not even close. Here's why. Most Abro fuel additives are based on diesel fuel. Number 2, gas oil. And diesel is a completely different animal than gasoline. Diesel burns slower, has lower volatility, needs high compression to ignite properly. Gasoline engines are built for fast controlled explosions. Diesel wants none of that. So what happens when you pour diesel-based additive into your gasoline engine? Combustion gets unstable. Engine starts knocking. Pre-ignition kicks in. Exhaust temperatures climb way higher than they should. And here's the sneaky part. It might actually feel powerful for a second. Engine sounds aggressive, feels strong. That's not cleaning, that's combustion instability. Your engine is misfiring and you're feeling it as power. Especially dangerous in turbocharged engines and direct injection cars. Tight tolerances, small knock margins. One bad combustion event and you're looking at serious damage. Diesel fuel doesn't clean carbon, it doesn't protect injectors. It doesn't do anything useful inside a gasoline engine. It just creates problems your engine wasn't designed to handle. Wrong fuel, wrong chemistry, wrong product entirely. And now we get to number 1. The one that actually destroys your fuel system from the inside out. Bad number 1. Cheap acetone blends. This is the one that actually scares mechanics. Any bottle that says fast acting, instant cleaning, deep flush. But doesn't it clearly list PEA on the label? Almost always acetone heavy. And yes, acetone dissolves carbon fast, really fast. Sounds great, right? Here's the problem. Acetone also dissolves plastic, resin, polymer-based materials, and your modern fuel system is full of them. Inside your fuel pump right now, plastic impellers, composite housings, precision seals, all built from materials acetone attacks at a molecular level. But here's what makes this one so dangerous. The damage isn't immediate. You pour it in, engine sounds good for a week, maybe 2. You think it worked, you move on. Then weeks later, something changes. Hard starts, long crank times, engine dying under load, fuel starvation, your fuel pump is failing, seals are weakened, internal components are cracking. By the time you notice, you're not dealing with a bad additive anymore, you're dealing with a dead fuel pump, a tow truck, a repair bill that hits hundreds, sometimes thousands, all from a bottle that promised a shortcut. One guy brought his car in with 0 fuel pressure. The pump was destroyed from the inside. Turned out he'd been running acetone-based cleaners for 3 months. Cost him $1,400 to replace what a proper cleaner would have prevented entirely. This is why PEA matters. Because shortcuts like this don't just fail, they destroy. Now let's talk about what actually works. Good number 3, Chevron Techron. Alright, enough about the bad stuff. Let's talk about what actually works. Chevron Techron. This is the baseline. The standard, and here's how you know it's legit. BMW, General Motors, Toyota, all 3 recommend Techron by name in their owner's manuals, not use any cleaner. They say Techron specifically. Why? 2 reasons. First, PEA, real PEA, the kind that survives 400 degrees and actually breaks down carbon where it forms. Second, the carrier fluid is safe, won't destroy your oxygen sensors, won't touch your catalytic converter, won't eat your fuel pump seals. Now let's be real. Techron isn't going to fix heavily clogged injectors in one tank. Nobody's saying that. But with regular use, it keeps spray patterns precise, stops carbon from building up before it becomes a problem, maintains combustion efficiency. Think of it like a good dishwasher soap. Won't remove years of baked-on grime overnight, but keeps everything clean going forward. Best value on the market, safe, proven, actually works. But if your injectors are already bad, you need something stronger. And that's next. Good number 2. BG44. KBG44K is not your everyday cleaner. This is what mechanics pull out when things are already bad. Professional grade. PEA concentration way higher than anything sitting on a store shelf. We're talking serious chemistry here. Why does that matter? Because some injectors aren't slightly dirty. They're restricted enough to trigger misfire codes, rough idle, engine stumbling under load. Regular cleaners can't touch that level of buildup. Techron won't fix it. Store brands definitely won't. BG44K can. It works deeper, dissolves carbon that's been baking in there for years, actually restores injector spray patterns back to where they should be. Yeah, it costs more. $25 to $30 a can. But think about it this way. 1 can saves you hundreds in repairs, maybe a full injector replacement. Use it right, and you're getting back fuel economy, smoother idle, better throttle response. All from 1 bottle. Think of it like an antibiotic for your fuel system. When the infection has already taken hold, this is the treatment that actually works. But if you want the strongest consumer-grade cleaner on the market, that's number 1, and it's not even close. Good number 1. Redline SI1. This is it, the strongest consumer-grade fuel system cleaner you can actually buy. Redline SI1. PEA concentration is so high, 30 to 50%, you won't find anything close on any shelf anywhere. And that concentration does something no other cleaner can. Cleans injectors thoroughly. Removes carbon from piston tops and combustion chambers. Actually lowers your engine's octane requirement. Improves throttle response. This isn't maintenance, this is chemical restoration. Works on modern engines too. Direct injection, turbocharged. The ones where carbon buildup hits hardest and matters most. 1 bottle, 1 tank of gas, and you start seeing real changes. Better idle, smoother throttle, fuel economy climbing back up. Think of it like surgery for your fuel system, not a bandage. not a feel-good fix. Actual deep cleaning that reaches places nothing else touches. If you want the biggest, most measurable improvement from a single bottle of Injector cleaner, this is it. Nothing else comes close. But don't just take my word for it, because there's a $20 way to prove it actually worked, and that's coming next. The $20 OBD2 test. Don't just trust me, prove it yourself. Go on Amazon, buy a Bluetooth OBD2 scanner. $20, maybe less. Download any free OBD2 app on your phone. Connect it. Find one number, LTFT, long-term fuel trim. Here's what that number tells you. When your injectors are dirty, the engine isn't getting enough fuel, so the computer adds extra to compensate. That shows up as a positive number. +10, +15, sometimes higher. That's your engine crying for help. Now pour a full tank of Redline SI1 or BG44K. Drive it out, check LTFT again. If the cleaner actually worked, that number moves back towards 0. That's your proof. No guessing, no hope, no placebo effect, just cold hard data from your own engine telling you exactly what's happening inside. $20, 5 minutes, and you'll know for sure whether your injectors are clean or not. 6 cleaners exposed, 3 that actually work, and a $20 test to prove it. Drop a comment. Tell me which one you've been running, or which one you just realized has been sitting in your gas tank this whole time. Hit subscribe. Auto Truth Lab. Real automotive truth every week. And remember, next time you're standing in that aisle at the gas station staring at those bottles with big promises on the label, check for PEA first. Everything else is just kerosene in a costume.